Hello, my name is Paige, and today I have for you a yoga class that's focused on the root chakra. We are focusing on poses that are balancing, that are grounding, rooting down onto this mat, onto this earth. So please grab a mat, grab some water, grab yourself, and we're going to enjoy this class together. Thank you for joining me. So today we are going to start seated on the floor, on our mat. So come into Sukhasana, legs crossed, crisscross applesauce, whatever you want to call it. Become seated. Bring your hands to your knees. Maybe close your eyes. We're going to start here. Just feeling the breath. Today we are going to focus on our root chakra. Our root chakra is all about grounding, rooting down, feeling a connection between you and the universe, you and yourself, you and this earth. It's all about rooting down. So that's what we're going to focus on today, a lot of grounding poses. And I just have a few affirmations for you that you can say to yourself throughout this practice. You can say throughout the week, throughout the day, in the mirror to yourself, just a couple affirmations that you can repeat all about the root chakra. So these affirmations are, I am safe, I am secure, and I am grounded. So once again, we can say them together. You can say them out loud. You can say them, in your head. No one's here, so no one will make fun of you or anything. So please, if you want to say them out loud, say them out loud. So once again, these affirmations are, I am safe, I am secure, and I am grounded. So we're just going to sit here in Sukhasana just for a couple more breaths. Feel those sits bones rooted onto the earth. Just feel your breath here. Now take a couple more deep inhales and exhales. And then when you're ready, start to flicker your eyes open if they're closed. And then we're just going to start with doing some seated cat-cows. So with our hands on our knees, we're just going to inhale, start to bring our chest forward, our chin a little bit up, and then exhale, we're going to round back, bringing our chin to the chest, tucking. Then inhale, we're going to come forward. Then exhale, round on back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round on back. Just do this once more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And then we're going to start some circles going to the right. We're going to right, forward, left, and back. Just some big, nice circles. Right, forward, left, and back. Once more on this side, and we're going to do the left. So once you go to the back, we're going to come around to the left this time. Just nice big body circles. Just warming up the spine. We're going to do this one more time around. And once you finish your last full circle, we're going to come to a neutral spine. We're going to plant our right hand down onto the mat and inhale our left hand up to the sky. Maybe gaze past that left arm. Breathe here. And then once you're ready, take a nice inhale and then exhale. Bring the left hand down onto the ground. And inhale, raise the right hand up to the sky, gazing past that right arm. Take a nice inhale and then exhale, bringing both hands down onto the mat. And we're going to make our way into all fours. So coming onto our hands and knees, bringing our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. We're just going to move through some regular cat-cows now. So from here, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward, And then exhale, round on up, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly and gaze forward. Exhale, round on up. Inhale, drop the belly and gaze forward. Exhale, round on up. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, drop the belly. Then exhale, round on up. Once more. Inhale, drop the belly. Then exhale, round on up. Awesome. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Bring our toes to touch and our knees about as wide as our yoga mat. We're going to sit back into child's pose, bringing our arms out long in front of us. Child's pose is an amazing grounding pose. Just because you're so close to the ground, there's no toppling over. You're just feeling nice and secure. This is a great pose to come into anytime you're overwhelmed in this practice or overwhelmed in a daily living situation. If you're feeling stressed out at work and need like a moment and you're alone in your room, maybe working from home, anything like that, just bring yourself into child's pose for a minute and just breathe here, feeling close to the ground, be able to relax you. So breathe here in your child's pose. Take a couple more breaths. And then once you're ready, start to make your way back into all fours, tabletop. And we're going to tuck our toes. And inhale, send our hips up to the sky, coming into our first down dog. And since it's our first down dog, let's start to pedal out the feet. Take that dog for a nice little walk. Crawl through the hands. Root down, maybe gaze in between the ankles. Start just to moving your feet, pedaling it out. And then let's slowly just move our way into stillness in our down dog just for a moment. Breathing in a still down dog. And then we're going to inhale, look between the hands, and exhale, slowly step up to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Let's enjoy this first forward fold. Maybe sway back and forth, maybe grab each side of the elbows, maybe sway. Maybe you enjoy stillness. Take the nice couple moments here. Then if you're holding onto your elbows, slowly let those go. And then inhale, we're going to just slowly come up to standing. Just don't take your time, coming up one vertebrae at a time until you make your way all the way into your standing pose. Let's take just a moment here. We're gonna roll our shoulders away from our ears. We're going to focus on our feet just for a moment. Feel all 4 corners of the feet rooted down. Feel all your toes on the mat. Maybe shine your palms forward. Bring your shoulders from your ears. Engage the core. Find yourself here in your standing pose, rooted down on your mat. And then we're going to inhale, raise our arms up overhead, and then exhale, we're going to swan dive down to our forward fold. And then we're going to inhale, bring our hands to our shins, keeping a nice long flat back. And then exhale to our forward fold. Inhale, let's rise all the way up to standing, bringing our hands overhead. Exhale, bringing our hands to heart center. And we'll go through that one more time. So inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bringing your hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, take your right foot, step it back about 4 feet or so. And then from here, we're going to drop the knee down. And from here, you can keep your toes tucked or untucked, depending how it feels. I prefer mine untucked, but if that hurts your knee, Please keep your toes touched. From here, we're going to root down. We're going to engage the core. We're going to inhale, rise up to low crescent Anjaneyasana. Breathe here. Then we're going to bring our hands onto the mat and slowly start to straighten that front leg, rolling back on that left foot, coming into half splits. Breathe here just for a moment. And they're going to roll forward on that foot, coming into low lunge once again. We're going to tuck that back toe, the back foot, if it's not already tucked. We're going to lift up that back leg. We're going to root down. We're going to make sure our knee is stacked over our ankle. We're going to engage the core. We're going to inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Breathe here just for a moment. Awesome job. Take a nice inhale. And then on an exhale, we're going to take the right foot and step it up to the top of the mat to meet the left, coming into standing. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing, arms overhead. And this time we're going to exhale, sit back into chair pose. Now from here, we're gonna suck in the belly, engage that core, make sure our booty isn't sticking out. We're gonna just tuck the tailbone just slightly. Make sure our knees are not going over our toes. We're gonna breathe here in chair pose. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, coming to forward fold. Awesome job. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. From here, you can keep your hands at heart center, or you can bring them onto your hips. We're gonna take the right foot, step it back about 3 to 4 feet, and make sure our back toes are pointed at about a 45-degree angle, so our right toes are pointing kind of towards the right side of the mat. And we're gonna make sure our knee is bent over our ankle. We're gonna come into warrior one. So wherever your hands are, we're gonna inhale, raise them up overhead. Breathe in your warrior one. Now, warrior one, your hips are supposed to be pointed to the front, unlike warrior two when your hips are out to the side. So if you can't really fully get your hips to the front, that's okay. If you need a little bit more stability, you can widen your stance a little bit. That's also easier to get your hip bones pointed up to the front. But breathe here in your warrior one. Take another inhale, and then exhale. We're going to bring our hands behind us, clasp them, and then inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, we're gonna slowly start to bow forward. We're gonna take our left shoulder, bring it inside the left leg, coming into humble warrior. Now this might be where you are today. Maybe you can come all the way down, but meet me where you are today. Make sure your knee is still stacked over your ankle. We're gonna breathe here in your humble warrior. Take one more inhale. Exhale in your humble warrior, and then on your next inhale, we're gonna rise up to warrior one. Awesome job. From here, we're going to step up to the top of the mat, shake out those legs. Awesome job. Whew. We're gonna inhale, and then exhale, flat back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now you can keep your hands here again, or you can bring them to your hips. But this time we're going to take our right foot, we're going to rise our right knee up, find balance on that left foot, root it down. Take a nice inhale here, and then exhale, slowly start to push that right foot back. We're going to come into warrior three. If you fall out, get right back on there, you're okay. On your back foot, your right foot, make sure those toes are pointed to the ground, make sure they're flexed. Your arms can stay here at your hips, They can be here at your chest, or if you like, you can bring them all the way to the front. Wherever you are, breathe in your warrior three. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, slowly start to drop that back foot onto the mat, coming into crescent. Awesome, awesome job. Take a nice inhale, and exhale, drop your hands onto the mat. Bring that right hand onto the mat. Inhale, that left hand up to the sky, coming into a nice little twist. Take a nice inhale here, and then bring both hands down onto the mat. We're gonna step back into down dog. Take a nice breather here in down dog. Did an amazing job. And from here, let's drop to our knees, come into child's pose just for a couple breaths. That was a lot of work, and we gotta do it again on the other side. So breathe here in your child's pose. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way back up to down dog. Take your time. And then we're going to inhale, look at the top of the mat, and exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise all the way up, coming to standing, bringing your hands to heart center. This time we're going to take our left foot, send it back, bring our hands to the mat, drop that knee down, keep your toes tucked or untucked, you know the drill. Then we're going to root down into our right foot. We're going to inhale, raise up to low crescent, Anjaneyasana. Breathe here. Take a nice inhale, then exhale, bring your hands down to the mat and start to straighten that right foot, rolling back on the heel, sending those right toes up to the ceiling, coming into half splits. Take a nice inhale here, then exhale, slowly start to bring that right foot flat onto the mat. Tuck those back toes if they aren't already tucked. Lift that back knee up, root down, engage that core. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. We're gonna inhale, rise up to crescent pose. Breathe here in your crescent pose. So good. Take one more inhale, and then on your inhale, bring that left foot, step it up to the top of the mat to meet the right. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. From here, we're going to inhale, raise our hands up overhead, and then exhale, we're going to sit back into chair once more. Remember, tuck that tailbone just slightly so your booty's not sticking out. There's not a little round in your back. It's nice, flat. Make sure your toes aren't fully going over, your knees aren't fully going over your toes. And maybe this time we're gonna sit a little bit deeper than you were the first time around. So breathe here in your chair, root down. You are secure, you are grounded, you are safe, you are strong. Take a nice inhale, sit a little bit deeper, and then exhale, come to forward fold. Awesome job. Inhale, lift halfway, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing, bringing your hands overhead, and then exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. And then from here, we're going to take our left foot, send it back about 4 feet or so, bend in that right knee, make sure it's stacked over the ankle. We're going to take our left foot, have it about a 45-degree angle, so your left foot is kind of facing the left side of the mat. We're going to come into Warrior One once again, bringing your arms overhead, breathing in this strong pose. And then slowly we're going to bring our arms down beside us, interlace the fingers, and inhale, open up the chest. And then exhale, slowly start to bow forward. We're gonna bring our right shoulder inside the right knee. Make sure you're keeping that knee bent. I know it's hard, so start to bow forward, coming into Humble Warrior. Breathe wherever you are in your humble warrior. Again, it might be here, it might be here, wherever you are. Just remember to keep your core tight, engaged, knees over ankle, root down. Breathe here in your warrior one. Then we're going to inhale, rise on up. Awesome job. And then on your next, you're going to inhale here, and then on your exhale, we're going to step up to the top of the mat. Shake out those legs. So close to the end. We're going to inhale, rise the hands up. And then exhale, flat back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up to standing, bringing your hands overhead. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Now from here, we're going to move into warrior three. So like before, whichever you're balancing felt good, you can keep your hands at heart center, or you can bring them to your hips. We're going to bring all of our weight into our right foot. We're going to lift our left knee up. Once you find your balance, you're going to slowly start to push that left foot back. Remember to point those left toes down onto the ground, flex that back foot. You can keep your hands at heart center, on the hips, or you can bring them out in front of you. Breathe here in your warrior three. Take another couple breaths, you got this. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, slowly start to drop that left foot coming into crescent. Amazing, you're doing amazing. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, drop your hands down onto the mat. Bring that left hand onto the mat, and inhale, raise the right hand up to the sky, coming into a nice little twist. Take a nice inhale here, and then exhale, bringing both hands onto the mat. Step that left foot up to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Awesome job. We're going to move through a little bit more balancing just for a moment, coming to a very wonderful grounding pose, tree. So we're going to bring all of our weight into our left foot. We're going to kickstand our right. Options for hands, hips, heart center, or up. I recommend hips or heart center when you're getting balanced. And then once you're ready, you can lift your arms up overhead. But choose wherever you want to put your hands now. So we're going to bring all of our weight into our left foot. We're going to kickstand our right. Options for tree. Your right foot can go boop, right on the ankle. Fully balanced here. If this is too easy, bring it up to the shin. If you still want to challenge your balance, bring that right foot all the way into the left thigh. Now, pretty much your foot can go on anywhere on the leg except the knee. Do not put your foot on the knee anywhere else. So bring your foot to wherever you choose to have it today. Ankle, shin, thigh. We're going to breathe here just for a couple moments. And again, if you want to open up your arms up wide, please do. A tip I have for balancing is find that drishti, that point of focus. Focus on one spot, on the ground, on the wall. When you focus on one spot, it's a lot easier to stay focused and balanced. So take another couple breaths here. And then exhale, let's bring both feet onto the mat, shake out the legs. Awesome job. So we're going to move to our right. So bring all of our weight into our right. Again, you can take the left foot, you can kickstand it on the ankle, bring it up to the shin, or all the way into the thigh. So wherever you choose today on the left foot, go ahead, go there. Bring your hands to where you like. Maybe this time, if you really want to challenge your balance, close your eyes. Again, if you fall, jump right back in. That's totally okay. Take another couple breaths here. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, bring that left foot down, shake out the legs. Excuse me, awesome job. Now we're gonna bring our feet about as wide as the yoga mat, our toes slightly pointed out. We're gonna bring our hands to heart center and slowly we're gonna make our way down into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Yogi Squat is another amazing grounding pose. This pose is so natural. This is how women used to give birth. It's how people went to the bathroom. It's how people just, sit and relax. You're close to the ground. You're at your primal at this pose. It's an amazing grounding pose. So breathe here in your Malasana. And slowly we're going to take our hands behind us, sit our butt down, and send our legs out long in front of us. We're going to take the right foot, bring it into the left thigh. We're going to inhale our hands up overhead and then exhale, bow forward. Coming into a nice little stretch. We're going to inhale, rise up, switch legs, sending the right leg out long, left foot in the right thigh. Inhale, and then exhale, bow forward. Take another couple breaths here. We're going to inhale, rise on up. And we're going to plant our feet in front of us and slowly make our way down, laying onto our back and then hugging our knees into our chest. Giving yourself a nice big hug. Remember, I am safe, I am secure, I am grounded. And then we're going to grab hold of the right knee, send the left leg out long. And then we're going to take the right knee, bring it over to the left side of the mat. Open up your arms, gaze to the right side, and breathe here in this twist. On your next inhale, bring both knees back up and hug them both in. And then grab hold of the left leg or knee and send the right knee out long. Bring that left knee down to the right side. Open up your arms and gaze to the left. And then on your next breath, bring both knees into the chest once again. And then grab the outsides or insides of the feet. Send the bottom of the feet up tall, facing the ceiling. We're going to come into happy baby. Maybe you want to find stillness in your happy baby today. Maybe you want to rock back. Side to side. Find what feels good here. Then slowly take your time, bring your feet onto the mat, and then let your knees drop out wide. Bring your bottoms of your feet to touch, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. From here, maybe bring one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your belly. Just breathe here. Maybe say those affirmations a couple times. Feel yourself grounded onto your yoga mat. You're safe here. And slowly, please take your time. When you feel ready, start to send your legs out long. And then maybe bring your arms down beside you. Close your eyes if they aren't already closed. making your way into Savasana, our final pose for this class. Stay in Savasana as long as you need to. You are safe here. You are grounded onto your mat. You are rooted and connected to the universe, this earth, and yourself. Thank you for joining me today, working on the root chakra. I hope to see you next time. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of the day and stay in Savasana as long as needed.